Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to connect up your Xbox One controller either via a wire or wirelessly to your Linux machine so you can play, ePSXe using an Xbox controller for PlayStation 1 games. Pretty cool. So let me just show you the controllers right here. I've got two and I want to explain what's going on here. So there's a couple of different ways of, doing this. The easiest option is to use a micro USB cable. You can use the one that was supplied. This is not the one that's supplied. That's actually connected to the keyboard currently, or any sort of micro USB cable, and you just connect it at the back there. And it's the same with this controller as well. And I'll explain why I've got two in a second. So you can do that. Like I said, this is the easiest. You plug it in. Once it's plugged in, you can just start mapping the controls as I'll do later in this video on ePSXe. So you skip to that part if you're doing the wired option. If you want the wireless option, then I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. The good news is it technically can be done. The bad news is not all controllers support it. So what I have here is a controller from the launch of the Xbox One back in 2013. And this controller is from a couple of years ago when they released the Project Scorpio version, which is, Xbox One X. So this is just a day one edition, but this is a newer controller. The 2016 onward controllers, so you could have a slightly older one than this, but 2016 onward controllers have Bluetooth built in for the wireless, whereas the older controllers do not, and they use a proprietary wireless technology. And if you connect it on a Windows machine, you would use a dongle like this, which I bought for the old controller before I got the Xbox One X, and this does not work on Linux at all. And there's some development as of now, as of I think today is the 22nd of November. As of 22nd November 2019, there is development going on to try and support this, but I don't think it's there's that much work going towards it. It's not that high of a priority. So you can't do this method. You can only do if you have a new controller that has Bluetooth. And you can tell, another way you can tell an old controller is it doesn't have the headphone jack, whereas this does. Plus, this is just a little rant. In the old one, if you click here, it works fine. If you click there, it doesn't always work. So if you try and click like inwards, you sort of have to click outwards, which wasn't a very good experience. Whereas with this, you can click anywhere, which was a lot better. And just a couple of general tweaks that made the controller better as well. So I'm going to put this away because we can't use this option. So like I said, if I just shook the camera then. So like I said, if you are doing a wire, that's fine. Just connect it up and skip to the ePSXe part. If not, then you need to sync this up. You can't sync it up directly. You need to install some drivers first. So if I open up Chrome, Google XPad Neo is for free, which is fantastic. Let's go to this link right here. I'll provide a link in the description. Go to view on GitHub, and there's a few basic instructions. And what you need to do is figure out which version you have of Linux. You can use any version, but I'm on Ubuntu, which is the Debian one, and you just copy that, open up terminal, paste it, and if you don't have terminal there, you can just go to all your apps and just type in terminal and click enter. It'll ask you for your password. I have just typed in my password. It will not appear in asterisk or clear text form. So it is being typed, and it isn't a mistake. That's just for security purposes. It was quick for me because I'd already done it, and there was nothing else to install or upgrade. The next step that you want to do is you want to do git clone. So literally, if you copy this, so you would just copy it, press enter. So what would usually happen is you do this, press enter, and then it'll take a little while and you'll download it. I've already got it downloaded, so it's not gonna do it, but that's what you'll do. And you find it in your home directory, and it's right there. So you want to open this up in terminal, to do that, we can just list all our stuff. As you can see, it's right there. CD space XP for press tab. You should pick it up, press enter, ls, and we want to run the install.sh. If I just try and run it directly, it will fail because it needs super rights. So to do that, you just put sudo, which stands for super user do, at the start. And if he asks you for your password, just feel free to do it. Replacing version string if necessary, already installed. Again, I've already done it, but that's it. So once you've got up to this stage, you are all set up and ready to go. So I can close terminal down. So those were the last couple of steps. You can connect it via this method right here, or we can connect it using the built-in Bluetooth version. Your choice. I'm going to use the built-in Bluetooth menu. So go to Bluetooth, Bluetooth settings, and now let's sync it up. So what we want to do is press this and then press this as well. So press this till it starts flashing, press this till it starts flashing faster. Okay, so that's in sync mode now. And we're just going to wait for it to appear here. Okay, Xbox wireless controller. And I'm just going to put it down a second. You should be able to hear something. Yeah, so when it vibrates and the light stops flashing and it just becomes solid, you know it is connected. And we're ready to actually map it on ePSXe. This is where you skip to if you was just using the wired, version, or a wire with a wireless controller. It's just simply just plug it in and plug and play. So for the most part, it is plug and play. For the most part, it's still pretty decent, I would say. And okay, so I want to launch up ePSXe. It's not launching for me, and you won't have this issue. I'm just having an issue with my recording software and ePSXe. So again, you will not have this issue, but it's just for me. I just need to run this command again, this one. Again, you shouldn't have this issue because you won't be recording, doing all this stuff at the same time. It's just for some reason I'm having the problem, but you should just be able to launch it. So you should just be able to double click that and we're ready to go. Go to config, gamepad, port 1, pad 1, and now let's start mapping everything. So triangle, circle, X and square, and R1, R2, or RB and LB, and RT. Let's switch to the other side. Now let's do the arrows. And let's start and select we'll do for the share button and the menu button right here. And you can map the analog sticks if you want to. It's pretty simple. I'm not that fussed about it. So run ISO. I've got Crash Bandicoot right here. I just pressed F3 because I've already got a save state. And let me get into the game and show you it actually working. There you go. Square or X, and B, which is circle, A, which is jump. Square and circle do the same thing in this game, so don't think it hasn't mapped it correctly. It has. And Y, which is triangle, brings up the menu. Obviously, these buttons do nothing in Crash Bandicoot. And we can move, we can play, and that's it. So that is how you connect up a Xbox One controller using a wire or wirelessly. If it's wireless, you have to have a newer one that has Bluetooth built in instead of their rubbish proprietary technology, which they clearly learned or didn't initially learn that they shouldn't be doing that from the Xbox 360 days. But yeah, that's the way to do it. If you have any questions, you have any problems, feel free to pop me a message. And as usual, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.